Hey guys, it's Lynn. I'm coming back at you with another reaction to Lost. I just want to apologize real quick to those of you who've been waiting for this for quite a while. I've been trying to get things a little more regular. I'm actually recording this on Christmas Day. Plan for the past 2 days was to record 3 or 4 episodes of this so that I could get some episodes in the bank and then you guys wouldn't have to keep waiting so long. Unfortunately, life threw me a curveball yesterday and we spent several hours at the emergency vet with one of our cats. Before you get too worried, he's actually doing fine now, or at least he's doing better. Don't worry too much. Anyway, I really hate long intros. You wouldn't know it by the length of this intro, but in general, I hate long intros, so we're just going to jump into it. This is Season 1, Episode 3 of Lost. For those of you who are watching this without watching my previous 2 episodes, if you want, you can jump into my channel and check out my reactions to Episode 1 and Episode 2. If not, stay here and we'll jump into Episode 3 together. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Let's just jump right into it. Let's go.
Trust her. She's dangerous.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
My jacket pocket. Dangerous.
All right, a little bit of distrust for Kate now. What is it that she was getting arrested for? I'm sure we'll get a good flashback.
We should make camp.
What, here?
Yes, here. This is Australia. This is us. 2 days ago, we take off from Sydney. Now, the pilot, he said he lost communication with the ground, correct?
Yeah, 6 hours in. He turned around and headed for Fiji.
Regrettably, no one knew we changed course.
Pilot said we were over 1,000 miles off course.
They have satellites in space that can take pictures of your license plate.
And also, they have to know where they're looking to be able to take that picture.
Basic photography, point and shoot. Satellites can shoot, but they must be told where to point.
How about we talk about that other thing? The French chick that said they're all dead. The transmission's been on a loop for how long was it, Freckles?
16 years.
Right. Let's talk about that.
Well, we have to tell the others when we get back.
You didn't hear anything. I'm not a stupid translator.
No one's going to tell them anything. To relay what we heard, without fully understanding it, will cause a panic.
Yeah, that was one of my big questions going into this episode was, who do you tell when you get back? And how much do you tell them? Like, the other side of that coin is that the longer you keep this secret, like, eventually it's going to come out. And when it comes out, the group is going to be really angry that you kept this from them, regardless of whether you had good intentions because you didn't want to scare everybody and cause a panic. It's kind of a double-edged sword. It's sort of a lose-lose. Like, you're going to cause the panic now, which is, that doesn't seem like a great idea, or you're just delaying that, and then at some point, and because this is a TV show, this point will come when it is the least convenient, people will find out, and then you're going to get the panic, but you're also not going to be able to talk them into trusting you again because you kept it from them. So, like, whatever plan it is that you think you're going to make right now, the group is not going to listen to it because they're never going to trust you again. Anyway, quick take on that.
So what's his story? He looks kind of dying.
He's not gonna die.
He's yellow, man. He looks like he's in pain. What's this? Dude, what do you think
Now
she did?
you two are going to have a
my
secret.
business.
She looks pretty hardcore.
Hurley.
If I'm the guy that's laying there stitched up, I would be like, hey, can you have this conversation somewhere out of earshot? Like, this is not cool. I'm trying not to die, and you just keep repeating, looks like this guy's gonna die. Like, you're not helping me there, bud. Like, go find another job.
What are you doing?
Standing guard. I'll keep the damn gun.
We should give it to her.
Kate should hold the gun.
Fine with me.
Good morning.
Morning.
You were sleeping in my sheep pen.
Once again, circling back to secrets, like, if you guys knew that Kate was a prisoner when she was on that plane, and if you guys knew that the cop who was bringing her back to the States keeps saying how dangerous she is, it's possible that everybody would not be voting to hand her the loaded gun.
What's your name?
Annie?
You hungry, Annie?
I like walking.
And you just happened to wander onto my farm.
I like farms, too.
Do you know how to work one?
Yeah.
My wife died 8 months ago Wednesday. She left me with too many chores and a hell of a mortgage. If you help me with the first one, I'll give you a fair wage and a place to stay. I'm a lefty.
And she's got herself a nice, honest job.
The transceiver failed to pick up a signal. We weren't able to send out a call for help. We should begin rationing our remaining food. If it rains, we should set up tarps to collect water.
The 3 groups that they're splitting up into, this is what I've been saying from the first episode. Now we're starting to prioritize collecting water, dealing with the food issue. I'm still saying that rationing food at this point is probably a good idea, but I'm still saying you've got to have a group of people who are responsible for attempting to find food on the island. There's got to be enough animal life on this island to sustain. I mean, they shot a fucking polar bear. It's one of the largest variations of bear that there are on the planet. The amount of calories that thing needs to take in every day to sustain itself. Granted, pretty skinny polar bear. It wasn't like it was a gigantic bear. But a predator like that on this island means that there's also food on this island that can sustain that sort of bear for an extended period of time. So it should not be too difficult for these people to also locate food on the island. But you got to do that starting like yesterday. I also would set out a group to try and figure out how big the island is. Like I would send them walking on the beach and see, ideally see how many days it takes them to kind of come around the other side. Maybe it's too big for that. Maybe you're on, a really, really large island. But, if you could kind of figure that out, you could figure out how large of a place this is. I don't know. That seems like it would be a good idea. Also, that's if there were any other people on this island, let's say there's a fishing village, 180 degrees, the opposite side of this island. I realize this is a TV show about being stranded, so that's probably not the case. But I'm saying, that is to send people out to walk around to try and find anything that they can find. Yeah. Anyway, I like though that they're starting to come up with a plan. So I'm not gonna complain about that too much. I'm just gonna try to enjoy the show. It's just how my brain works. Sometimes I start thinking about stuff like that, and it really bugs me when people are not thinking about it. Also, if this show goes for 7 seasons and the guys on this show do not start growing out some pretty impressive beards and some long hair, I'm gonna definitely call bullshit on that. Because there ain't no way of shaving effectively on this island. So let's go.
I need to tell you something.
Okay, sure.
We couldn't send out a signal because there was another signal blocking it. The other signal, we heard it. It was a distress call from a French woman. She said that the others were dead. That something had killed them all. It's been playing for 16 years, Jack.
Anything else?
They're both trying to feel each other out, see who's going to say something first.
Yeah, you're right. We'll let Johnny Fever take care of her when he gets better.
He's not getting better if we don't get some stronger antibiotics.
We went through everything, man.
What about that luggage in the overhead compartments?
That's inside the plane.
Yeah?
The bodies are in there.
We should have removed the bodies from the plane 2 episodes ago. We should have... This is going to sound terrible of me. I get it. This makes me an asshole. I get it. You're in a pure survival, live or die type situation here. The people who are already dead, get them out of the plane, put them in a pile, burn the pile. You're taking your best version of having shelter on this island and you're just storing dead bodies in it. They're not doing anyone any good. Take the bodies out, put them in a pile, burn the pile, live in the fuselage. It seems like a no-brainer to me. I know it makes me seem heartless, but that's just where my brain goes.
What's in the bag? Booze, smokes, a couple of Playboys. What's in yours?
Medicine.
Well, just about sums it up, don't it? Brother, you gotta wake up and smell the gold crap here. Rescue ain't coming. Trying to save a guy who last time I checked had a piece of metal the size of my head sticking out of his breadbasket. How many of those pills are you gonna use to fix him up?
As many as it takes.
Not looking at the big picture, Doc. Still back to civilization.
Prioritizing keeping as many people in the group alive as possible. And you gotta stop worrying about all the little, like, you can't think about what you're doing right now as stealing from people. Like, the people that you're taking this medicine from are already dead.
여기 당신 가방 찾은 것 같아요.
그래? 아니야.
그럼 계속 찾아볼게요.
이 모습 좀 봤니? 이 옷하고 얼굴이 너무 더러워 보여.
Can that guy die soon, please? You stealing from the farmer? Come on.
The bank would have given you a heck of a toast if you'd kept that in a savings account. You're hiding your wages in a tin can, Annie.
Oh, okay. That was her money.
Hey, Annie, why don't you just stay one more night, eh? I'll drive you to the train station first thing in the morning.
Just plug his nose and cover his mouth. He's not going to have the strength to fight you off for more than 30 seconds. Plug his nose, cover his mouth. This guy can hardly even keep himself awake. How do you let him get that much of a jump on you?
What did you do?
I was just checking to see if he jumped on me.
He's not responding to antibiotics. He's bleeding internally, and his fever's pushing 104.
So what are you gonna do about it?
About what?
About him? Will he suffer?
2, 3, maybe 4 days.
And he'll feel it.
Yeah, he'll feel it.
Can't you put him out of his misery?
I saw your mugshot, Kate.
Not a murderer.
What are you looking for, Ray?
Man, we were in on it. I got a quick question. I know, I mean, I've only got, at the time of this recording, I've only got 11 subscribers, so the chances of me having Australian subscribers is really low. Maybe some of you have visited Canada and can answer this question for me. The steering wheel in his truck is on the right side, which it typically would be if he was in, say, England or somewhere like that. So I don't doubt that. The weird thing to me is the steering wheel's on the right side and he's driving on the right side of the road. That seems really weird. Like that was throwing me off there for a second. I know it has nothing to do with the plot of the show, but it freaked my brain out.
Mr. Locke. Mr. Locke got any kids?
He didn't say.
Yeah, what did he say?
He asked me if I wanted to know a secret.
But I don't want you hanging around him anymore.
Why not? He's my friend.
I'm your friend, too.
If you're my friend, you find Vincent.
I'm gonna get your dog back as soon as it stops raining.
All right, time to live up to what you just said.
As soon as it stops raining, I'm gonna find your dog.
What'd you find? Uh-oh.
Vincent?
Doesn't sound like him. Might have found another bear.
Vincent. That you, buddy?
Hi, how you doing?
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, you gotta leave immediately. Her husband's gonna freak out. He's gonna blame her for this.
What are you making?
Whistle.
Listen to me. No, you need to keep quiet. Listen to me. No matter what she does, no matter how she makes you feel, trust the word that she says. She will do anything to get away.
At this point, bud, I would also do anything to get away, so maybe we're on the same page.
What did she do? I want to talk to her. Tell me what she did. I want to talk to her alone.
Wow. Oh, boy. Oh, the old man is dead or close. Oh, the fucking truck is on fire. Oh, fuck me. She's just gonna run and leave him there. She's gonna feel guilty about that. Yeah, I'm just getting all kinds of stuff wrong this episode. I forgot he had a prosthetic arm.
Hey, Kate.
I wanted you to make sure that Ray Mullen got his 23 grand.
What, the guy who ratted you out? I'm gonna die, right?
Yeah.
So, are you gonna do it? Or what?
If that's your decision, I'm gonna need you to explain to Jack that that's what's gonna happen first, because I can't have him come back in this tent and find you dead with me standing here.
So, where's the fugitive?
In the tent.
Let her in there alone?
What's she gonna do? 120 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, but she's got that gun.
What?
She's strapped, man. I saw it in her. Kate!
Ooh. Oh, really? Alright.
What did you do?
What you couldn't. But he wanted it. Hell, he asked me. Something had to be done.
Oh, no way.
Dude.
Guys.
You shot him in the chest?
I was aiming for his heart.
You missed.
You perforated his lung. It'll take hours to bleed out.
Get out!
Just take off your belt and strangle him. It sucks. It's a crappy way to die. Would have been a lot faster and easier with the gunshot if you had put it to his head, but taking a minute or two to strangle him is way better than him taking hours to suffocate in his own blood because you fucked his lung up. This guy is going to be such an interesting character. I can't wait till he becomes a bigger part of the show. Oh, the dog is going to come to that whistle. There he is.
I found your son's dog. I know that Walt lost his mom. I thought that you should be the one to bring his dog back to him.
Hey, thanks.
Welcome.
It's actually really nice of you. Could have actually driven quite a wedge between him and his dad by bringing you being the one to bring the dog back, if that was your intention. We're gonna have a moment of honesty here, Kate.
I want to tell you what I did.
I don't want to know. 3 days ago, we all died. We should all be able to start over.
I wonder if that line was where all of the people who started creating the crazy theories about this show and the people who were convinced that the characters on this show are actually dead and that they've been dead the whole time. I wonder if they heard that line and just their minds just exploded and they were like, they were telling us in the third episode, you know, and that they watched like 6.5 more seasons being like picking apart every little other piece of evidence that would also point towards that. Anyway. Yeah, as of right now, Hurley is my favorite character. He seems the most realistic to me, the most relatable. Actually ending on a semi-happy note this time. The kid gets his dog back. I mean, we got a couple seconds to prove me wrong and have some kind of crazy twist, but at the moment it seems like we're ending on a fairly happy note. Why is the music getting dark? Alright, that was episode 3 of Lost. Once again, I say this after every episode. I'm loving the show so far. I like that they're building the characters a little bit. Like some of the characters that I really disliked in the first couple episodes, they're being slightly more relatable now, making them slightly less terrible people. Doesn't make them great, but at least they're a little easier to deal with. You know, still have a lot of questions, a lot of things floating around in my head. It seems like the logical place to put some of those would be either in the intro of the following episode or in the outro of an episode. But I really hate long intros and outros because I feel like a lot of people just skip past that. So I think what I might start doing is I might start writing some of those out, and I'll either put them in the description or I'll put them into like the first pinned comment when the video goes up, and then any of you who are interested in discussing that can just reply to those from there. And then any of you who aren't, don't have to waste a ton of time listening to me talk about stuff that may or may not actually come true. Anyway, like I said at the beginning of this is Christmas Day, and I didn't have a gigantic amount of time to film stuff, but I wanted to get at least one episode out for you guys. So I'm going to go do the rest of that. I hope that you guys had a great Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, or if you don't celebrate any holidays this time of year, hopefully you at least got the day off work and you had a good one. I will see you guys in the next episode. See you later.